Hey guys, welcome back to another Spy Family Sunday. So we're here to talk about chapter 90 of the Spy Family manga. Again, if you guys are liking the content here, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get into the chapter because it's pretty straightforward. Not a lot of plot progression, but a lot of world building, which I can appreciate. So this chapter starts off with Yor, Bond, and Anya, and they're going out for Bond's daily walk. Yor's like, hey Anya, where do you want to go? They go to the park where there's a big obstacle course. Anya's playing and having a good time, and there are these other two kids that are in the park, and they see this old man sitting on a bench, and they're like, hey, it's that old man, he's back again, he's kind of creepy, maybe he's a spy and we should call the authorities, which is crazy for like kids to be having like such a sophisticated conversation. Anyways, Anya overhears this and she's like, a spy? And so she is obviously interested and tries to start investigating, what this old man is doing. And she's reading his mind. And first of all, Endo Sensei is really good at drawing cute senior citizens. This old man is adorable and he looks like Einstein, which is such a crazy reference. Anya's reading his mind and he just wants to go home. He's like, I want to go home, but I can't remember where I am or how to get there. Anya's just kind of like, The other two boys in the park are harassing him and he eventually, runs off and he's like, oh, Barbara, his wife. And a little while later, he comes back and he's climbing up the steps to the playscape where Anya is. And Anya's like, hey, it's that old man again. And so the old man is like, Barbara, I'm home. And he's coming up the climb steps that are on the playscape. And he's like, who put this trap in here? And so he's caught in the obstacle of the playscape. And he's like, Barbara, why did you put these on the steps? I really don't appreciate this. This is not funny. Anya's standing next to him and she's like, I'm not Barbara. And he's like, who are you? And Yor's like, oh, sir, do you need help getting down? And so they assist him. He can't remember how to get home. So there's some maybe early dementia going on. He's confused, doesn't know where he is. He starts having this elaborate daydream about his wife, Barbara. And he's like, oh, Barbara, I'm so sorry I wasn't able to get back to you. I'm just going to ride away in this park. And Yor's like, we will help you get to your address. And so the rest of the chapter is just Yor and Anya trying to help this old man get home to his wife and all of the chaos that happens trying to get him home. Because he was like, I need to go grocery shopping. And so they're going through a market and the old man is reflecting on how much the neighborhood has changed. And you get this really haunting panel of just a war-stricken neighborhood. So obviously this old man has lived through something very traumatic. And, the neighborhood has been rebuilt. So they're shopping. Of course, Anya, she exaggerates everything. And so the old man's like, hey, if you help me, there's a reward for you. And Anya's like, oh, we're going to be gazillionaires because he said he's going to put us in his will. And Yor's like, we are not doing any of that. So they're shopping and, the old man keeps saying, Eureka, Eureka, every time he believes that they're on the right track. And it's just really cute. They stumble upon this building where the mafia is. And he's like, Barbara, I'm home. And then like these gangster looking guys are like, who are you? Is this a hit? How dare you try to take us out on our own turf? And Yor like grabs the old man and Anya and she's like, oh my God, this is not your home. This is the mafia. And so they're running away from the mafia and, they're just having the hardest time finding this old man's home. And then Bond starts sniffing around and he's trying to lead them. And Yor's like, Bond leads them back to their building. And Yor's like, I am so sorry, sir. Bond wasn't able to track your wife because this is our building. And then the old man is coming up the steps and Barbara's on the steps and she's like, Sigmund, they're having a sweet reunion. And she's like, where have you been? You're supposed to be helping me move. And then Lloyd comes out of the building and he's holding a box because he's helping Barbara move into the building. Barbara and Sigmund are married. They're this adorable elderly couple. And it turns out that they're going to be neighbors, which is adorable. I think it's lovely to have this kind of world building in Spy Family, just because the last few chapters have been world building with Desmond and then with Yuri and Chloe and now with the Forgers and this elderly couple that are going to be living next to them. And it's really cute because when they were at the market, Yor was reflecting on, oh, I've never had a grandparent because my parents are not around. Lloyd's parents are not around. I wonder if it's the same for Anya. Has she ever experienced having a grandfather? And of course, yours like, I can't miss something that I never had, but maybe it can be different for Anya. And so it's just really cool that it's being tied back to this fake family. And now it seems like since Sigmund and Barbara are moving in next to them, Anya's going to have like makeshift grandparents, which is awesome. I really hope we see more of them. I hope they're reoccurring characters. I hope we get their backstory. Maybe it will give us more insight into what happened during the war. I really like this chapter. It was cute. You know, Barbara says, I hope my husband didn't, you know, give you too much trouble. And of course, you know, yours humble. And she's like, no, not at all. Like, I wanted to help. And Sigmund got Barbara flowers and she was like, oh, how sweet. And then she's like blushing and he's like, I hope you'll forgive me, and then they start kissing and stuff, and it's really cute. I love the chapter. I do appreciate the world building. As far as what's going to happen next chapter, I don't know. Maybe this is what Endo is wanting to do. He's wanting to focus on world building before we head into the next arc, but wherever he's going, obviously, I'm going to follow, and I really appreciate this chapter. I can't wait until it's animated. It's going to be hilarious. It's raining today. It's been kind of gray and depressing, and I needed this chapter. I tend to laugh more than anything when I'm reading Spy Family, which is why I appreciate it so much. And yeah, so I really love this chapter. I hope everybody else enjoyed it. I know everyone is really itching to get into the next arc, and maybe that will happen in 2 weeks because we will have another update on the 26th of November. We'll see. But I really appreciate this chapter, and I hope that Sigmund and Barbara are going to be reoccurring characters because I think it's an excellent choice. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my review of Chapter 90 of Spy Family, and until next time, remember to be awesome and stay true.